Hey guys, it's LemmingRush. Today I'm going to teach you how to play mediums on Ruinberg. So in this game I'm in my type 59. I ended up getting something like 6,500 damage and 180,000 credits. So yeah, hopefully this video is insightful. Basically what you're going to want to do on this map is you're going to want to look at the enemy team lineup before you go to a position. A lot of people will just blindly go to the city here, or town I guess you can call it. And the reality is if you don't have many mediums and they have a ton of mediums, you don't want to go here because you'll just get killed. So typically what I'll do is I'll pop around this corner and I'll get one shot off at most, because what's going to happen is when you play this corner, TDs at A6, A7, and B5 are actually going to be able to shoot you. So you go there for early eyes, maybe one or two shots at most, and then you have to back off because you don't want to get wrecked by their TDs. If they don't have TDs, you can generally expect at least one camper to be back in their base, so, you know, just keep that in mind. Right now I'm looking for shots on people. They sent a lot of tanks you wouldn't expect over here, like the T29, for example, and the T25 too. That being said, they're giving me free shots, so I'm just going to take them. You're going to notice I'm being sort of safe when I'm doing this. I do get lit here, and I ended up getting shot by an SU-122-44. You don't really want to be poking this because there's going to be TDs like that guy who are going to be sitting back there ready to shoot at you. Now, the reason I can play here is because it's an SU-122-44. He's not actually able to penetrate my armor. So when you're playing mediums, you want to be aware of its limitations and whatnot, you know, when you make certain plays. Obviously, a Leopard wouldn't be able to be trading shots right now. The Comet, I think DCs, obviously he's not ramming me on purpose. I have to expose myself to the enemy to, you know, prevent myself from getting rammed by him or like pincered by him, I guess. That being said, we're able to just continue to play this. The SU-122-44 isn't penning me, so really I have nothing to worry about. I'm just going to sort of push up slowly, keeping in mind that they could still have TDs or people camping back at A6 as I do this. So we're looking for shots in the 122-44. I'm going to blind fire here. What I'm doing right now is I'm looking around me, because basically I don't need to be, you know, when I'm blind firing at someone who's not really doing anything to me, you want to be looking at your surroundings. Otherwise you leave yourself open to being flanked and whatnot. You'll notice I did expose myself to the campers at A6 when I killed the Bulldog. Again, if it's for a short time, it's okay. Normally people won't be ready to shoot at you. Right here I'm going for shots on the 122-44. Neither of these goes in. This one actually hits the side of the building. GG Wargaming. So there's that. But basically we've done 2,000 damage so far. I'm going to leave the SU-122-44 to die. And at this point in time, because our team is pushing through, I feel safe just running up the middle road. Now, the reason I can do this is because we've got people, like I said, people are pushing through. Realistically, TDs back here probably aren't going to be looking at me. You know how it is, though. They might be, but I felt safe doing this. I'm just going to push in. I want to help out the city because, as you can see, we've lost this. Now, one thing I actually want to talk about, if you're in a medium tank and you're trying to push through the city like I am right now, there's a way to do it and a way not to do it. This Comet has DC'd, so I'm auto-aiming him and I'm keeping my eye on this Leopard or Leo right here. The reason for that is if he notices me, he's obviously going to start shooting me. Now, when you're pushing through, you're going to want to use these mounts here for cover. I'd say this is a lot safer to use, but I went to this one instead. Just putting shots into the Comet. He's DC'd, but if he comes back, I don't want him putting shots into my ass and like lighting me on fire or something. So I leave him as a one shot for the teammates to get the kill. And yeah, now we're going to deal with this Leo in front of me. So the Leo pushes, he pens me once, that's fine. He did 366 damage, it seems. He seems to be pushing me, so I'm going to try to track him here. There's an IS. Now, one thing I want to point out is his tracer was yellow. So I noticed he was shooting HE, and you're going to watch how I use that, that assumption to my advantage. The Leo starts to fall back when he notices that I have 4 tanks behind me, and the IS is starting to poke. So I think this guy's using HE, and now I know HE will not go through this truck here, so you're going to see me use that for cover against this IS. I'm going to be able to sort of engage this Leo while using that for cover. He actually switched to AP there, but he bounced regardless, and since he's shooting through a vehicle, that'll lower his pen. So the vehicle still provided the cover I needed it to. Right now we're brawling this IS. This is how you're going to want to play. You're going to want to use the cover around you, especially in a medium tank. You know, I didn't plan this or anything. I'm not used to using these positions, but because I have stuff here, I'm using it. So that's the way it is. Now, you'll notice we've got an E25 and an M41 pushing up the north. That means this IS is either going to have to YOLO me or he's going to have to turn around and deal with them. Now, because we have 3 tanks behind me and they're all relatively full HP, it's highly unlikely he's going to YOLO me. So you're going to see I'm going to start to pressure that, and immediately the IS notices them, and he's going to start to turn around. So right now it looks like I'm pushing into a crossfire, but if you watch the minimap, you can see that the IS is trying to chase the E25, who's actually running away. So I was able to get that shot into his rear, and now we're just sort of relying on my teammates to suppress these guys as I try to, do as much damage as I can and win us the game. So right here I'm being aggressive, my teammates are helping me out. I've done 4.8k damage so far. I'm going to try to get this shot on the T20, he's shooting HE, and I repair that so I don't take an extra hit there. Now, right now I'm not in a huge rush. You're going to see I do have hit points, so I'm okay taking hits. Now I'm on 390. Realistically, that's fine. I'm going to try to get the retrack on this guy, and you can see the Type 59's accuracy. Absolutely stunning, but he manages to repair and back off. I've got a super Pershing behind me, and he's going to start pushing up. So I track the super Pershing directly in front, like the enemy super Pershing. Our teammate super Pershing goes and tries to like face hike him for whatever reason, and I'm able to get the kill. So that's sort of how you're going to want to play it. I mean, right now it's just chasing down an FV402. I've got 4 shells left. And yeah, when you're pushing through, just keep in mind, like, you've got a lot of cover and options that you can use. So I would suggest, like, just making use of cover. Right now we're trying to push into this guy. I would absolutely love a Faden's medal here, but you're going to notice, they don't know I have a Faden's on the line, so I'm not really going to shoot an extra shell and make sure I get it. There's an E25 behind me. Luckily, he bounces the side of this 4202, and I'm able to get the 5th kill. So I have 1 shell left, and that's the game. Alrighty, so for the map recap, basically what you're going to find on this map is heavies will go play the city area, mediums will play the town area, TDs will camp back here. You'll also find bad heavy tank players or bad medium tank players who are back here. Generally, it's the good TD players who are here, and Artie will sit back here. Now, in this game, what I did, knowing all this stuff and getting in, obviously they didn't have Artie to worry about, but I pushed up to here, got a shot on the people who were, I didn't mean to do that, got a shot on the people who were like getting into position, and then falled back because I didn't know if they had a T28 prototype right here sitting waiting to hit me for 400 damage. So that's what I did. That's what I would suggest you do. Then what you're going to want to do is just sort of play on this side. You still have to watch for TDs back here, but if they don't have many, you can sort of poke and look for shots on this medium right here, or people in these houses. So that's what I did. Once this area is cleared out, I chose to push up the city, like push up the middle road. I could do that because, they didn't really have any tanks right here. And I just basically outplayed it. I brawled everyone and gold spammed them. So, what you're going to want to do, let's say you're in a smaller medium tank that doesn't have as much armor and you can't hold down right here, you're going to want to make sure you come around either this way or this way. You're going to want to make sure you have teammates with you regardless of what you do. I wouldn't suggest really going here because when you choose to brawl heavy tanks and you're in like a Leopard 1 or something, putting yourself in a close quarters combat like this isn't going to help you. So if you're in like any other medium that isn't a Russian style medium, I would suggest going around the north. Just make sure you clear it out and make sure that you don't get YOLO'd. Like, for example, if this M41 Bulldog had stayed for too long, or the E25, they would have died to the IS. I think the Bulldog ended up dying, but the E25 got away. So hopefully this was helpful. I think I demonstrated this map pretty well. It shows pretty much where everyone goes. And yeah, let's go take a look at the end plates. Alrighty, so this is actually the highest damage game on Watt Replays currently with 6,400 damage. In the end, I made 180,000 credits total. Mastery badge, I still have no clue what these are. Confederate, high caliber, and that's pretty much it for this page. Basically, I got 6,428 damage, 5 kills, 1,800 XP, profited 9,000 because I'm a gold spamming faggot. Yeah, but basically what I did is I shot 33, hit 30, pen 28, and blocked 2k. I mean, really, it wasn't super hard to play. It was just like, I was able to drive forward and shoot stuff. So hopefully this replay was helpful. If you want to see more, be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button, and I hope to see you around. Later, guys. Bye-bye.